morning. Thank you for joining me live this Sunday. We're going to talk about how to build up to reverse monkey on the tower or Cadillac. And reverse monkey is one of those ones where you're just like, ugh. So if you're a teacher watching this, you probably avoid teaching it. If you're a student who actually knows what this is, it means you don't like it very much, but you want to. So thank you so much for dropping your questions in the comments. We go live every Sunday answering these questions. And if you are an OPC member, you could actually show me your reverse monkey and I can give you more specific exercises to what would help you out. Because what I'm going to say today would just be like general, I think this would go really well for you. But also it could be your placement. It could be the equipment you're on. It could be the spring you're using. There's a lot of different things it could be. So reverse monkey, I think it'd be better if we all on the same page of what it is. And then we can talk about exercises build up to it. All right. So typically I will do my reverse monkey. There's no order on the Cadillac, but I often will do it after doing a shoulder roll down. And I think that just to go, like, just a spoiler alert, this is a good exercise for getting ready for reverse monkey because it puts you in the back of your legs. So I'll do I'm not going to do shoulder roll down, but I'm going to show you, like, you would be here having done an exercise and I done the shoulder roll down exercise, and then I pull the bar down. Now I trust, this is really important, I trust that I can keep my feet on this bar as I do a roll up, but that puts me in the best position for my reverse monkey. If you wanted to get into it from push through, do you see how it's the same? You could actually like do it from regular push through, right? So you want to put your heels together, toes apart on the balls of your feet on the bar, and my hands are on. Now, you can see I'm in a rolling like a ball position. So that's going to be a quiz. You're going to have to have a really good rolling like a ball. So you roll back from your stomach and you reach up into like a teaser, tendon stretch, open leg rocker shape. Then you pull and you reach it forward. And then you stretch. Sometimes I like to do a little flex, a little point. And I pull my stomach back into that rolling like a ball. And I reach. And then I pull the stomach back. And I reach. The first one is kind of the hardest one to kind of get into it. But if you can spot the exercises that are in something, which is why I love our flashcards, because you can kind of turn them around, turn them upside down. You can spot, plus we put related mat reformer exercises on them and complementary ones into the deck. If you can spot the shapes, you can actually see like, oh, I actually struggle with rolling like a ball. It doesn't feel like my muscles are on. It kind of feels like I'm just rolling around. If you are like using momentum to roll around, you're never going to do this because you can use no momentum here. You can use some of that spring's momentum to roll you back. But if you use momentum to go back, you have nothing on to pull you back through. You do need to have some open hamstrings. So that means you're going to have some good roll-ups, some spine stretch forward. It's a good single straight leg stretch. However, if you're too mobile, you're going to get stuck because you got to have that strength, that same strength you need from your single leg kick, your double leg kick, your hamstring curls, right? Your arm back connection is super key. If you round because your shoulders round forward instead of your stomach rounding your spine, then you're going to kind of hang off and you're not going to have that upper back connection to lift and roll back. So you're going to be hanging. You're going to get stuck. So really, I love to suggest that you have a good arm back connection that can go from the roll back bar. That could be from push through. It could be from arm springs. All those will be really, really amazing. Do we have a question, Brad? Oh, sure. Do you want to, I think Brad wants to do this exercise. So we can always tell him Brad wants to do an exercise because we should teach it. Okay. Here's the deal. I'm going to be really quite honest. I don't know that Brad is so ready for this exercise. So he's flexible and he's strong, but some of the exercises that I mentioned, we're still actually working on connecting to his body. So I would put your feet on the poles and then grab this bar, hold it as wide as you can. Now, yep, that's probably, now round back. And then do you see how he's already rounding his shoulders forward? Yes. So he's got to round from here. Now push the bar down from these muscles here, push it down, and then roll your knuckles forward. Yeah. So you want straight wrists. Then reach forward. Now 1 foot at a time, place it on that bar. Nope.
Where are the hands?
Nope, it's going to go right here.
In the middle.
Yep. And so,
So with my hands.
Ideally his hand should never leave the bar. Okay. But we're here for safety. Okay. So he's squeezing his heels together. Balls of the feet are on the bar. You can probably slide your feet down a little bit. Yeah. So it's a tight squeeze if you have, larger toe box. Now, use your stomach to round back. Your head stays in. Round, round, round. Round back. Keep rounding. And then reach up and stretch. Now, pull your stomach back into my hand as you pull your head to your toes. Yeah, stand the back of your legs. Now, pull the stomach back into my hand. Bend your knees and pull the bar down. Yes, pull the bar down. Now, use your back of your legs. Use the back of your legs. You feel that?
I feel the can't do it.
You'll get stuck right there. Yeah, and now reach your legs forward. Now, flex your ankles. Reach your heels forward. So flex your ankle. No, toes stay where they are. Yep, and then just flex your ankles.
That means.
Yes, there it is. Yes. And then point your toes. And then pull your stomach back. Pull your stomach back into my hand. Pull, 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 bend. Yep. And then no momentum. You gotta stand in your muscles. Way to go. Yeah. Now on your own, have some fun. And so the first rep, I will teach a little bit of stuff, but then after that, it's like, okay, let's see what he can remember on his own. And let's see him figure it out. Because as my teacher, Jay Grimes, would say, you can't talk Pilates into a body. The body teaches itself. So he did a little shoulder maneuvering there. He already nodded as soon as I said he's like, So he knew. But it's okay. 1 foot at a time. Yes. And then lift that up. Way to go. Way to go, sir. All right. So that's how reverse monkey goes. It's not something that you're giving to someone who's brand new. You're not giving it to anyone who doesn't listen to your commands about hands and feet. You yourself are not doing this for you. If you know that your tendency is to hang off of the bar, practice not hanging off the bar. Practice being inside your body and being curious, because Brad is around all that being curious stuff and he has as a practice, he could feel, I can feel the momentum. I can feel that. So it's really important for the teachers watching this to know that, let them move and let them figure it out. Make sure that you've built the body up for it. And for the clients watching this, be okay with getting curious in your own body and understanding what you feel and when you feel it, because that will help any teacher you have give you feedback, but also you're going to teach yourself a lot more and you'll have a lot more fun with this exercise. I used to hate this exercise. My butt would slide around because I was relying way too much on the flexibility that I had and not enough on my strength. So for questions, put them in the comments below. It doesn't have to be about this exercise. It can be about any exercise. I answer them on future lives on Sundays at 9. I'm going to be in Cambodia for the next 3 weeks. My husband is, we have this weekend just talk through our eyes. So I'm going to be really honest. 9 a.m. Pacific time is not the live time, because that is midnight for us, maybe 11 p.m., maybe 1. It's 13 or it's 15 hours ahead, right? So at any rate, we will figure out I'm only going to miss 2 Sundays. That's true. I'm only going to miss 2 Sundays. Our goal is not to miss it all. So I'm going to go live from our house in Cambodia and show you around and talk about the retreat. If there's a live that we can do while we're there, we'll do it. It just won't the next 2 weeks might not be at 9 a.m. We'll definitely not be at 9 a.m. Pacific time, because I'm not going to stay up that late. But we will get you a time on here so that you can watch it. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. You hit the notification button so you never miss a live that we do. And you can come with us to Cambodia. This is not a personal vacation. This is our home. You can come to our home in Cambodia on a Pilates retreat. We do 5 mat classes, and then we do 2 workshops. They're not Pilates exercise workshops because, trust me, it's too hot. But what we do is kind of go over how we can create the life that you want to have, so that you can do all the Pilates that you want to do, whether you are someone who just loves doing Pilates regularly or you are a teacher. And if you go to As the Crows Fly, sorry. Let me say that again. crowsnestretreats.com is where you can get information on February's retreat. What else do we have? Hi, Patty.
And also, hi, Roxanne.
Oh, hi, Roxana. From Argentina. Hello. Um, when you ask Brad to pull, this is from Patty, when you ask Brad to pull his stomach to your hand, are you asking him to round more? Uh, Great question. Ish. It wasn't, because if I had told him to round more, typically people will round where it's easier for them to round. And for some people, that will be sinking into their lower back, and others will be rounding their shoulders more. So something that I have experienced in when Jay Grimes says you can't talk the lies into a body, it's because you can't. If I had told him to round more, I would have got him to round from a place I didn't want. I wanted his lower back to round more. And so I could have probably said, pull your lower, like round your lower back more. That being said, I would have probably only used that if I couldn't put my hand there, because a hand kinesthetic touch for a lot of bodies is easier, especially if they have a disconnect there. So when you're when you're with one-on-one, it's like really nice to put the hand and like tell them specific directions. If it was a group class or I was unable to put my hand there, then I would have specifically said, I want you to move your lower back round for more for him specifically. Is that for everybody? Not necessarily. Like I can hang in my lower back more than most people can. So for me, I have to lift more, right? So I wish.
What's the goal?
The goal is the longest round shape. Brad asked, what's the goal? The goal is the longest round shape. And so it's why it's more fun for me to enjoy watching bodies move for a rep or two incorrectly, but safe. Meaning he's not going to hurt himself if he had gone back with the way his body was and done a few. So Patty, I've had the pleasure of teaching you in person. Like when I teach a class in person, I set everyone up. I make sure that I get that first rep going, and then I watch the room and I'm looking around at like, okay, that's disconnected there, but it's fun. Like, oh, that's dangerous. Okay, hold on. We all need to we got to fix the danger, or I got to go over the danger. And the other parts, what's really cool is sometimes if I just wait a couple more reps, it kind of corrects itself. So our bodies are really awesome. They're really intuitive. They know a lot more. And so I know if you're a teacher watching this, you're like, oh, but my cues are why people come to class. No, your personality is why they come. Your passion for what you do is why they come. The way you make them feel seen is why they come. Like they come for a lot of things. They might say, oh my gosh, what you say really I finally got it. But you need to understand that person might have felt that way, and for that sentence you said, but 10 other people didn't get it. So don't make your ego about what you said, and make it more about what you can see. And then try to be specific if you're going to correct with words. So specific. So I never use the word don't. I say what to do. And then if I don't like what I see, I kind of go, okay, what exercise is going to actually get the connections I want? So for Brad, we already know his spine is quite straight. We also know this because we've had x-rays. So personally, I probably for Brad would give him a little C-shaper work, right? This would actually be a big challenge for him, right? But for me, I would be higher up on the C-shaper to work the length of my round shape. The ultimate goal is the round shape. I just went off on a long tangent about teaching. I hope you all stuck around. And I hope this was really helpful. I love talking about exercises, and I love talking about how we build up to exercises. Jay would say we don't change the work changes us, right? Pilates is the work. And I've had many, many teachers help me understand that instead of taking an exercise and breaking it down to a body, I need to build a body up to an exercise. Right? So if you want to teach this exercise, you want to do this exercise, what exercises I show today or talk about today that you're like, ooh, that one I'm not good at. Okay, go work on that. That's going to make this better. And you're never here to be perfect. We're here to be progress. Thank you so much for letting me teach you today. Have an amazing day. I'll see you live from Cambodia the next couple of weeks. Keep your questions coming. And if you would like to be an OPC member where we give you feedback on your form, go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube.